Yo, what's up, YouTube? Emmanuel the Lens back again. What happened? Oh, this video was supposed to be up actually on the day I'm shooting it today, which is today is what? The 27th of the 27th of January 2021. Imagine we are 2021. Last year, as I was saying in my recent vlog that you probably have all seen, last year was a little bit of a crazy year with Corona, we know, and we still are being affected by it, as we all know. So we just hope that this year is going to be a little bit better. I really am very hopeful that it is going to be a better year because there's so much I planned even to do last year that I couldn't do properly because the year was a little bit weird, to say the least. It was a really weird year. And so I'm shooting this video. What time is it? I'm shooting the video at 10 past 11. Wow, pretty late. Yeah. So I can't sleep. I did rest during the day, but I can't sleep now. So I was like, okay. I was supposed to put up the video. It was all blurry because of the camera that I'm using. I'm using a 650D. I was trying to trust the autofocus on the camera. It's really bad. Nah, it's just unbelievable. It's really bad. So I decided to reshoot the video. And what was that video about? It was just about starting your own YouTube channel on the cheap, to say the least. It's just an advice, for those who want to start the YouTube channel. I mean, if you're looking for quality at the very early stage of you starting your YouTube channel, if you don't have the means, especially if you haven't studied film or you don't know anything about film, I think it's going to be a little bit difficult to get to that point. The most common thing to do would just be starting your channel once and for all. For example, personally for me, to be able to get the level of quality I have to use one light, two lights, Sometimes I even had like three lights and stuff like that. So I use, for example, a edge light there just to give me that separation of my background, which is also very, very nice look. And I have my main light, which is a Godox SL60. Godox, please sponsor me. I saw your new light, the one that's a continuous LED light with flash. I really love that light. Please, if you're watching this video, send it over to me. I'll be very pleased to do a review about it because I think that light is a kick-ass light. It's really good, and it's 150 watts, so really, really good compared to my nice SL60 here. That's one thing. So equipment, when you start your YouTube channel, I don't think you should be really focusing much on equipment and stuff. I actually was planning to do a video with my cell phones, and I just haven't had time to do that yet. As soon as I have time, I think I'll do the video, and just maybe to show people that you can start your own YouTube channel with what you get. I think I'll just increase my level a little bit for the audio, and block put old everything. Yeah. So I'm also planning to do a few reviews about things that I use on my channel. I did a review about the camera, one of my favorite camera, which is my 600D. I haven't used that camera in a long time as well. I think I'll just maybe use it on the next video that I shoot. I also have to do a review about this very cheap microphone that I started using. I used last year. It's a very good, it's a textile microphone. It's actually not too bad for the price. Very good. I bought it for like 200 quid or so, 200 and something quid. I also have my Zoom F1, which you guys have heard me talk about this quite a lot. Very handy, very portable, especially if you want to get great audio for yourself when you are outside or something like that. So those are things that I'm also planning to do. Some reviews and stuff like that. That can be very helpful when you're starting your YouTube channel, because some of the stuff here are pretty cheap. But to be honest, starting a YouTube channel is more about the content that you get. I think there are three things that are very important when you start your YouTube channel, and everybody, as much as everybody speak about it, some people get it wrong at the very beginning and they get discouraged. They drop the balls and they just move on to other things. Whereas I think YouTube is a very good career to follow or to pursue. You can follow it at the beginning as something of a hobby. Hobbies are good because it's very easy to work to do it, because hobbies doesn't really feel like working per se. So if you love tech, you can talk about tech. If you love crime, you can talk about crime. If you love documentary, you can talk about documentary. If you love movies like me, you can talk about movies and gears that come around it. So I think so. As an advice, the first thing that you will need to work around is the content, and the content has to be something that I think very important, close to you, to something that you are passionate about. Because your passion, if you do content, create content around the passion that you have, it's going to be rather easier for you to talk about those things, and it won't be much of a struggle to do something about it. So rather than being constrained by the need to make money, because to be honest, you won't be making money as soon as you start your YouTube channel, unless you go viral. So unless you go COVID. So that's one thing. So to maybe think about, unless you do skits as well. I know I've seen channel grow exponentially, and during the lockdown, I think a lot of people have gained followers, subscribers, because people didn't have a lot of time or don't have a lot of time to go outside, so they'll be binge watching a lot of YouTube. They've been on TikTok and internet. Strangely, I don't even have TikTok as an app on my phone yet. I don't know why. So, just a shameless plug, please subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram as well as on Twitter. My Twitter is very dry. I don't know for what reason. So that's one thing. So content, passion, content. Your content really has to be centered around your passion, so that it's very easy for you to come up with ideas for your videos. Um, don't wait on gears, because gears will at some point limit you, because you may not have the means, for example, to afford the gears at the very early or stage of your YouTube career or of your video making skills. And YouTube is one thing that will learn you, well, that will teach you about editing videos, cutting things to the point and going straight to the point. So for that, you don't necessarily need really, really good gears and stuff like that. You just need an editor. I know people who edit on the iMovies on the phones who are doing good. We have a few hundred subscribers, so it's pretty good. I mean, it's your phone is pretty powerful as a beginning. And just a pro tip: if you want to get really good audio from your phone, I will advise you to use the headphones that they come with, unless you're using something like an Apple or all those new phones with Type C that don't have headphones. That's one thing that you can do. Never use really the phone per se, or you can use a recorder, something like this. This was really pretty cheap for the quality of the audio that you get from here. I'll just make maybe a very small sound test so that you can hear what this Zoom H2. It's a very old recorder. Because it's so old, so it's pretty cheap. So this is the sound from the H2. I really have to put it very close to my mouth so that I get really good audio. The mic gain is set at about a level 7.5, so very close to my mouth so that we can get the really audio. On the other end, I have my Tascam, which is also a audio recorder because it has two audio input, but I'm using it more as an audio recorder because of the XLR and phantom power accessibility. This is something that I needed, especially for the type of content that I need to create. I'm planning to make a few movies and stuff, so really good. So I'm using it with a very cheap microphone that I got off Takealot. 700 bucks, 800 bucks, and it has two patterns. It has this normal cardioid pattern. It's a very omnidirectional microphone, but it's really good for broadcast, because if I do this, I can stand pretty far. I'm going out of focus, so I can stand pretty far, and the microphone is pretty much just focusing on my voice, which is really, really good. I think for 700 bucks, it's not too bad. Let me just see if I'm back in focus. Yeah, I'm back in focus, and I'll put the pattern to a pretty normal thing. I also want to start a podcast. Myself. I think podcasts are really good. You just talk to a camera. You just talk about a subject, something that's really interesting. There are so many things that I think as African we would like to know about, like in terms of economy, in terms of culture, in terms of society, in terms there are so many things that are really plaguing the African or plaguing the African continent. And I think the perspective for an African from an African black person would be really, really good instead of getting it from sources that don't know much about our reality. Not to say that they are incompetent, but I guess with the understanding of where we're coming from, that would be much better to look at it. So that's one thing. That's one other thing because there's so many things that you always wish to talk about. I have a movie. I have a script that's written. I'm still looking for a great actress to write for the rendition. We are still looking. I'm still really, really looking because I really want to put content, as I said, on this channel a little bit more this year. Try to be a little bit more consistent because I know that some people will enjoy this. And there are a lot of mosquitoes. There's just one big mosquito that I saw here. Oops. I don't know where they're coming from, all those mosquitoes. Yeah, but 10 minutes. Just trying to push this video as far as I can. This is as much as I've decided to do my video for. And I think we will stop it right there. So I'll do... Next, I have to do a review about my audio recorder. So I think I'll do it right away because I feel very pumped. And I'll do it after this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Keep in touch and please subscribe to my channel. I'll be very grateful for that. Where is that? Bye.